Hello, my name is Constance in Berkeley, California, and today is June 2nd, Thursday, 2016, and this is my first video vlog back since last year when I had a really promising start and then I abandoned it and gave up. Last year I got my first smartphone in April, and that was fantastic. It allowed me to view YouTube on my phone, and I was determined that I was going to lose some weight. I had gotten up to about 245, and from April to July I lost weight. I went from 245 to 220 or so, 25 pounds. I was doing great. I was weighing and measuring food. I was doing an online support group called Spark People, and I was involved in a team effort called The Biggest Loser on Spark People. I was watching a lot of vegan and raw vegan videos just because they had a lot of healthy food. Not that I was committed to being raw or vegan, or certainly not fully raw vegan, but I was eating a lot of salads, and people were inspiring me on YouTube. And then there were some problems with the Spark People group that I was in. Some personality conflicts, and one of the things that I really missed on that support group was there wasn't a visual. Some people, they just had something to represent them. You didn't even see their face, and let alone you might not have known what their name was, what state they're in, where. And I want to have some visual. I don't want to really go to some of the groups like I have gone to previously. I have participated in Overeaters Anonymous and Food Addicts in Recovery Anonymous, both of which were very helpful. Food Addicts in Recovery Anonymous, and also Gray Sheet. Gray Sheet is the hardcore AA type of food recovery that's was originally with OA. So FA and Gray Sheet I have sometimes referred to as the food Nazis, because they are very demanding, very, and it works, you know. So I got from 220 when I was 50 down to 150, which was fantastic. So, and I did pretty good, staying under 200 pounds from the time that I was 50 up until I got to be about 54 when a boyfriend died, and then I went back up to 220. But for anybody who hasn't seen my other videos, most of my life I wasn't heavy. I was usually about 145, 155, and I stayed like that until I went through the change early at 42 and got into a sedentary lifestyle at 43, and by 45 I was on the way up over 200, and by 50, 220. But now I've seen new heights even from last year. At the end of last year, support person in my life vanished shockingly, and all this while my sister's wedding was approaching. My sister just got married last weekend, May 21st, 2016, and she's going to be 60 June 17th. And she's very happy. They're on their honeymoon at this very moment. But as the wedding was approaching, my goal was to lose weight. And instead, it just seemed to keep going up and up and up. And then when last year this support person disappeared, who I thought was going to be at my side at the wedding, well, I got into returned to some bad habits. I was discouraged, depressed, and wound up going back to comfort foods and eating some of those while, sitting or lying on the sofa. So, as the wedding arrived, instead of losing weight, I had gotten up to my very highest weight of all time, 250 to 255. I'd never seen the 250 or 255 before this year. And just last weekend, Memorial Day, I was 255 all 3 days. Very discouraging, especially as I decided, now that my sister's happily married, I should put my toes back into the water and try and meet somebody. And problem is, when a lady is large, especially if they don't want to be large, maybe if they want to be large it's a different thing, but I met 3 people sort of over the weekend, and I think some of them just looked at me and said, too fat, which if I was them, I probably would say, too fat too, because I have always been, I used to do some modeling when I was young. I was conscious of my appearance, and I was conscious of my figure, and I kept it in good shape, and I was one who was determined I was never going to let myself go. And, well, here I am. So, right after the Memorial Day Monday, I somehow, maybe through prayer, which has definitely played a part, and the 12-step programs around food that I've tried, OA, FA, and Gray Sheet, all, focused on it, like AA, admitting we're powerless over food and our lives have become unmanageable, and that there is a power greater than ourselves that can restore us to sanity around food, and so asking for help is the first 3 steps of the 12 steps, in case anybody is curious. So I've definitely been asking them higher powers to help me, and when I was losing weight with FA, I definitely felt almost as if ghosty powers had stepped in and, gave me the willpower that I just didn't have. So since Memorial Day Monday, all of a sudden there's a 5-pound drop in the scale. What's happened? Well, I got back to my doing green juices instead of, fried egg, omelet, and toast, buttered toast and stuff like that for breakfast. And so I'm back to either juicing or making a smoothie. Back to drinking my water. I'm back to taking some vitamins. I took 2 little packages of vitamins. And one of the things about taking the vitamins, whether vitamins help me that much or not, I'm not sure, but they help me to get the water in the morning. I have a Fitbit, it's on my brassiere here, and not yesterday, but the day before, I did get in 10,000 steps, which is my daily goal. And certain times I've been really good at it, and other times not. Yesterday I started out really good. I had my water, I had my vitamins, I did my grain juice. Then a friend came over at the time that I wanted to walk, and I got derailed and wound up on the sofa instead later in the evening, just watching stupid TV. When I could have said, okay, I didn't get my walk in the afternoon like I wanted, but I can do it in the evening. I can do it at night. I just walk around the block. But instead, I kind of gave up yesterday evening. But I didn't give up altogether. I just said, okay, this is what I'm doing now. And so what did I do? I ate too much last night. And then I tried to get to bed at a decent hour. And I couldn't sleep, and I'm going to go ahead and admit this, Then some of that food decided it wanted to come back up. Not that I tried to do it, but trying to sleep, I couldn't sleep. I have a heartburn, and so had an unpleasant little trip to the restroom quickly, and came back, and so at that point I looked at a YouTube video which was very inspiring. It's called Lose It with Lauren. It's a lady in Britain who started out at about 315 pounds. She's lost about 140, 150 pounds. Very inspiring, so I watched some of that last night. And I'm once again determined that I'm on it again today. So, let's see. Another thing I wanted to mention is that besides the body clutter, I have physical clutter in my house. I received some emails from a support group that tries to help people, and this particular one is called Fly Lady. She sends way too many emails, but I can delete them. I can, and so I try to stay with that because I've lived in the same house for over 35 years, and even though the whole house wasn't mine, I've had roommates and things for all this 35 years. The house is pretty full of, junk, good stuff and other stuff, and just clutter. So I want to make sure that when I get up in the morning that I tidy things up, put things away, hang things up, and I want to stay in the habit of making the bed. Sometimes I just get out of the habit of making the bed. And you know who you are if you're one of those people like me. Get out of the habit of making the bed, and somehow then it seems impossible, insurmountable. How can I do that? Then once you're in the habit, it's easiest to just keep doing it. Like eating healthy. So I'm working on the house. I'm working on me. I would like to do some more dating again, but I want to feel happy and healthy about myself, and I don't want to have some guy take a look at me and go, too fat. I don't know if I said in this video, but I'm 61, and my life can either get better from here or it can get worse. And I know that if I keep putting on weight, it is definitely getting worse. And it's not just a matter of accepting my body where I am. It's at this weight I have problems associated with obesity, and when I am thinner, I am happier. When I am heavier, part of it is that I get discouraged and I give up on healthy habits like exercising, and just getting my greens in, staying away from heavy food, too much food, and I get into the bad habits of vegging on the sofa and watching TV, as so many of us have been known to do. Or sometimes it's even, computer or phone, what have you. So I want to use this phone, this tool, to make my life better, and I'm quickly approaching 15 minutes, so I have to end it here and say, God help me, and thank you for being here with me as I'm back and hoping to stick with it this time. I hope that future videos will show progress. Okay, thanks for watching.